Let me tell you a harsh truth. Without filters, it's so easy to win nowadays because people are weak. They lack discipline, they lack resilience, and they can barely focus for 5 minutes without getting distracted by some nonsense on the internet. The current generation is anesthetized, living on autopilot, drowning in excuses and distractions. And do you know what that means for you? A massive opportunity. While most people are stuck scrolling on their phones, complaining about life, and waiting for a miracle, the field is wide open for those who are hungry, relentless, and willing to do what no one else will. The question is, are you going to be just another weakling in the crowd? Or will you take advantage of this collective weakness to reach the top? Look around. Most people can't handle pressure. They want everything fast, easy, and effortless. They give up at the first obstacle, complain when things don't go as planned, and wait for approval to take action. This is a generation that prefers comfort over conquest, likes over respect, and excuses over results. What does this create? A battlefield where competition is ridiculously easy for anyone with discipline. You don't need to be a genius, you don't need to be gifted. You just need to be consistent and brave enough to act while everyone else is sleeping, literally and metaphorically. Do you know the biggest problem most people have? They can't focus. They're stuck in cycles of distraction, drowning in social media, empty entertainment, and procrastination. They want the results, but not the process. They want the reward, but not the effort. This isn't just weakness, it's an open opportunity for those who understand the game. If you can shut off distractions, cut out the junk that keeps you stuck in the same place, and focus on what truly matters, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Not because you're special, but because today's standards are so low that anyone with discipline and determination stands out. Want to know the truth? It's never been easier to win, because most people aren't even playing. They're on the sidelines, watching, complaining, hoping someone else will do for them what they don't have the courage to do for themselves. If you have a work ethic, if you can focus, if you can stay strong even when it's hard, you're an anomaly, and the world rewards those who break away from mediocrity. The market is crying out for people who deliver on their promises, who do what's necessary, who have the resilience to keep going while others quit. Every time you think about giving up, every time it feels heavy, remember this. You're competing with people who can't even handle the pressure of a late email. While you're hustling, while you're pushing yourself to grow, most people are wasting time. The collective weakness is your fuel. It's what will take you to the top while the others watch from the bottom. But this only works if you're willing to be different. If you give in to the same distractions, if you adopt the same lazy, excuse-filled mentality, you'll end up just like them. Another number, another lost soul in the crowd. Forget talent. Forget natural abilities. Today, winning isn't about being the smartest, it's about being the most resilient, the most disciplined, the most determined. It's about refusing to be dragged down by the mediocrity that dominates most people. If you can get up every day, even without motivation, and keep working, you're already on the right track. And do you know the best part? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right every time. You just need to do what others won't, not give up. So, what's it going to be? Will you stay like the majority, distracted, complaining, running from effort? Or will you use their weakness as your chance to rise, to dominate, to be someone who doesn't just play the game but wins it? Nowadays, it's so easy to win because people are weak. They lack a work ethic, and they can't focus. This is your opportunity. The world is begging for strong, resilient, committed people. If you have that, if you commit to cutting distractions and working while others rest, the top is yours. Decide now. Will you stay on their level or stand out? The collective weakness is there, but only the relentless know how to use it. Be relentless. Be different. Win. Listen carefully. The world needs savages. Yes, we need doctors, lawyers, teachers. But none of that matters without those who have the courage and mindset to face any challenge head-on. Who makes the impossible happen? Who carries the weight no one else wants to bear? The savages. And being savage isn't just about physical strength. It's mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's about refusing to break, no matter what the world throws at you. It's about embracing pain, sacrifice, and isolation, and using it all as fuel to win. If you're not relentless, you're irrelevant. Let's get one thing clear. No one is born relentless. Being savage is a choice. It's deciding you won't be like the majority, that you won't bow down to obstacles, that you won't chase comfort. It's a mindset. And do you know what's the hardest part? This choice is daily. Every morning you have to wake up and say, today, I'm going to be relentless. Is it simple? No. But that's exactly what separates you from mediocrity. Most people prefer the comfort zone, prefer the easy road. But you have to be different. You have to choose to be brutal, relentless, savage. If you think the world is going to be kind, you're living in an illusion. The world doesn't forgive the weak. It swallows those without resilience, those who quit easily, those who complain instead of acting. Being savage means understanding this and using the world's cruelty to your advantage. Every hit you take, every door slammed in your face, is an opportunity to grow stronger. And do you know what's most brutal? The world doesn't want you to be like this. It wants you to fit in, to be docile, to follow the rules. But being savage is the exact opposite. It's breaking the rules. It's redefining the limits. It's proving that you don't need anyone's permission to win. Being relentless means making peace with pain. Not running from it, but using it as a tool. While others cry, complain, and hide, you face it. You know pain is part of the process. That sacrifice is the price of success. Do you want comfort? An easy path? Then you're not ready to be savage. Savages know the top requires giving things up, wasting time, distractions, false friendships that only hold you back. And do you know what else? Savages don't complain about it. They know sacrifice is necessary and embrace it with pride. Being savage often means walking alone. It means not everyone will understand your mindset, your choices, your hunger for something greater. And that's okay. Isolation is part of the process. It's in the silence, in the solitude, that you discover what you're truly made of. While most people seek approval and companionship, the savages work. They train when no one's watching. They study when the world sleeps. They know that to be elite, you have to be willing to walk alone because the top is a lonely place. Being relentless isn't just about enduring pain or accepting sacrifice. It's about having a mental strength that makes you unbreakable. While others crumble under pressure, you grow. While they look for excuses, you find solutions. Mental strength is a savage's most powerful weapon. And do you know how it's built? In the daily battle against yourself. Against laziness, against fear, against doubt. Every time you choose to act, even when you don't want to, you're strengthening your mind. And in the end, the one with the strongest mindset wins. We need doctors, lawyers, teachers, but we also need savages. The world can't move forward without the relentless, without those who face challenges head-on, who refuse to accept no as an answer, who fight until their last ounce of energy. Doctors save lives, teachers educate, savages change the game. And do you know what's even better? You can be one of them. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. All you need is to decide that starting today, you're going to be relentless, that you'll work while others rest, that you'll fight while they complain, that you'll win while they give up. So what's your choice? Will you stay like the majority, living a safe, mediocre, forgettable life? Or will you become savage, someone who doesn't just survive but dominates? Because let me tell you, the world doesn't remember the weak. It celebrates the relentless. Being relentless is a decision. Being savage is what separates those who talk from those who act. Now, choose. Enough with the nonsense of hiding behind excuses. Do you know what the biggest problem is today? People have the ability but refuse to get off the couch. They have the potential but prefer to complain, procrastinate, and sink into their own mediocrity. And I'll tell you something you might not want to hear. Weakness is a choice. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you allow, something you feed every time you choose the easy over the necessary. Want to be strong? Want to be great? Then reject weakness in all its forms. Do you know how weakness creeps into your life with excuses? Oh, I'm tired today. Oh, this is too hard. Oh, no one's helping me. Every time you say that, you're opening the door for mediocrity to take over. You're giving your mind permission to sabotage you, allowing laziness to dominate you, letting weakness settle in. Here's the raw, unfiltered truth. Either you control your mind or it will destroy you. Your mind is a battlefield, and every excuse you accept is like handing the enemy a victory. So the next time an excuse shows up, ask yourself, am I stronger than this, or am I going to keep living like a weakling? Weakness isn't just about what you do, but about what you choose to avoid. And do you know what most people avoid? The hard stuff, pain, discomfort. But that's exactly where strength lives. While you run from the hard things, while you seek the easiest path, you're sabotaging yourself. You're killing your chance to grow, to learn, to become unstoppable. Greatness doesn't come from comfort. It doesn't come from doing only what's convenient. Greatness comes from sacrifice, hard work, facing what scares and challenges you. Rejecting weakness means embracing the hard things, looking them in the face and saying, I'm not running. I'm going to face this. Do you know what destroys more dreams than anything else? Complacency. That feeling that you've done enough, that you can relax, that you don't need to push any further. If you're feeling comfortable, you're stagnant. And if you're stagnant, you've already started falling behind. Because the world doesn't stop. Those who don't move forward are left behind. Rejecting weakness means rejecting complacency. It means never accepting good enough when you know you can do more. It means understanding that the comfort zone is a trap, a place where greatness goes to die. Today, weakness disguises itself as distractions, social media, empty entertainment, meaningless conversations. All of it seems harmless, but is stealing your focus, your energy, your life. Every time you give in to these distractions, you're moving further from your goals. You're choosing to be weak. Want to reject weakness? Then start by cutting distractions. Prioritize what matters. Eliminate what adds nothing to your life. Be ruthless with your time, because those who control their time control their lives. No one becomes great without effort. No one achieves anything meaningful without choosing the hard, the uncomfortable, the painful.